So for this one, what I would do, like your approach is to play the game. My approach is to always use the standard version. And so what I would do is just go ahead and try to prove that it is true, and then you're going to contradict that, and then you have to conclude that it's not true. So I would set this up as the delta epsilon definition. I would say that the absolute value of x minus 0 has to be less than delta, and that the absolute value of f at x, which is x plus 1, minus the limit of 2, has to be less than epsilon. And so what's going to happen there is I end up with delta greater than absolute value of x, but over here I'm going to end up with x minus 1 less than the value of epsilon. And since those things are not equal, then there's no way for us to make them equal. Usually we can manipulate algebraically and end up with an equal sign, but in this case we can't, and so we would have to say therefore delta is not equal to epsilon, I guess is what we could say, or because delta can be any sort of fraction of epsilon, so some kind of coefficient in front of there might be the best thing, like c times epsilon, and it's not equal, and so therefore the limit does not exist, or the limit of 2 does not exist. I guess that would be a better way to say it. Therefore, the limit as x approaches 0 of x plus 1 is not equal to 2. And so that's how I would approach it. I'm not sure where you're getting the 1/2 from in your rough work there. With the 1 and the 2, you're subtracting, not dividing. And so I can't see where the 1/2 is going to come into it, and that's what I think is the mistake in your solution. So I might approach it this way instead, and just sort of, this is sort of a proof by contradiction is what they call this. You assume that it's true, but if you can, sort of carry through with that, oh, I missed something else. Contradiction, sorry. If you can follow through with that and then get it to contradict itself, so contradiction, you're saying that it can't be true because you started off with the assumption that it was, and then in the work it turns out that that can't be, and so you're like, but that can't be true, so therefore the original assumption was not true. That's what I would do with it, and that's why I've been writing back to you saying that the 1/2 doesn't seem to fit